Hello, my name is Just Nathan, and welcome to the Tableturf Network. And this week we are doing our very own weekly event roundup. And right now we're at week number 7. Hooray! First, I'd like to thank everyone who's watching this video right now. Appreciate your time, and I'll appreciate you more if you would just like this video for me. One like really helps me out for this channel, and get to spread the word for anyone who wants to know what Tableturf is about. And you might get less duplicate cards when you open your card packs. Don't take my word for it. Like it and believe it yourself. But again, thanks for your time. Okay, like I said in the beginning, we're at week 7 and we were supposed to have 7 tournaments, but instead we got 5 instead. And 2 of them aren't English speaking tournaments. But it doesn't matter. I say them all. I say whatever I go. I find whatever tournaments that works for me. And if you're curious about any of the tournaments that I find this week, then check my documents. That should be in the description below. Yeah, so I just keep track of them, try to see if there's recordings or anything. And yeah, just curious how other Splatoon scenes do what they do, basically. And speaking of other Splatoon scenes, we'll start with this one in German, which is the DSB TCG number 1. So basically this is a German Splatoon scene. The DSB means Deutschen Splatoon Bordunchi. I tried. Anyways, basically it was a double elimination tournament. 14 people entered, and it happened on the 11th of April. And honestly, I think I only remember like one familiar face, which is the Oliver New person. I remember seeing them in like other Splatoon events, so glad to see they're making a run here. But other than that, like everything's actually L Block GL. Actually, I heard of them before. So besides 2 people, everyone else make that 3, and I just don't know anyone else that's in here basically. And basically on the left side of the bracket, Remix being the first seed was able to make it to grand finals, 3-2 to Doma. And on the left hand side, Doma making it all the way to grand finals, beating everyone else 2-0 except for Balunch. I tried. I'm not German, but it's pronounceable to me. And it's kind of cool about, like, I know, long story short, some tournaments use challenge on and bracket on if they're doing online brackets. But this one actually kept track of like all the scores of each match basically, which is honestly cool. And like, I don't know, if I would do an event, I would like to do that myself basically. So just get some perspective on things, like even though if they don't see the match, like, oh, what's the score? But anyways, like I said, Remix, Doma, grand finals, sending Doma to losers. And in the loser side, let's see, EL Block and Oliver facing each other, Oliver making it out, and N having a successful losers bracket all the way making it to grand finals. While on the bottom hand, it's Flemmy having their own losers run as well basically. Both meeting up and beating them, and meeting Remix as well. Making it to grand finals, losing again to Doma 3-1 basically. Honestly, this is not bad. This is like the first tournament. I think it's like the first German, or at least the first public German tournament. Well, because I don't know. I guess, yeah, it has to be the first. I know if I'm seeing these names, there's definitely other German people entering other scenes. So all in all, it's like, yeah, it's slowly becoming international. Well, slowly people coexisting with it. So honestly, great show. Congrats to them both. Congrats to everyone who entered basically. Oh, and another thing, this is a monthly, which, bittersweet about that, but I can understand. Doing these every week can be a pain. So around May 9th, I think that's when they're doing the next one. So yeah, I can't wait till the next one, honestly. So congrats to all who entered. Hello, this is Just Nathan from the future, and I would like to tell you about this one tournament that slipped my radar, basically. So right here, the tournament is called Nawa Butler Tournament Ryuo Cup. This happened on April 14th, and happened well, long story short, it was another Japanese tournament that I found and I thought it was worth mentioning because they're doing another one. They did another one and I'm going to mention that to the next weekly roundup. Anyways, so what I'll tell you about this tournament, it's a best out of 1 round robin event where 10 other people face each other, basically. Here are the rules, but all you need to know basically is 10 people face each other right here, as you can see. 1 by 1, 9 separate matches. And with those matches, that determines the top 4 people that will go into grand finals in a best out of 3. So if you make top 4, best out of 2, grand finals, best out of 3. Then there's the names and the participants that are facing each round. And then after they explain some rules so that you report your scores, basically it's just one match with one person. And then they have each seating designated area. Alright, so what I'm going to do is first, in my document, link in the description, basically, I have it to where the tournament's showing. And all they did was main street battles for 40 seconds, basically. Not bad. In my opinion. I don't blame people for not liking Main Street, but I don't mind it. So anyways, so as you can see, the matches go on for each person. I doubt not all matches last for 3 hours. There's another part of this that's just grand finals, which I have that linked in the description as well. But other than that, it's not bad, well organized and all that type of stuff. Alright, now to get to the gist of it. And talk about who made it far and who won, basically. So, right here, as you can see, I'll give it a little zoom up. That's how they did their round robin, basically. Each person facing each other right now. So, the one in black, that means they lost the match and they want 1 point. The triangle, that means it's 2 points, that means the match is a draw. The white circles, it's 3 points, that means they won their match, basically. And as you can see, each one is how they're facing each other until they're done with their 9 matches, basically. The one right here, this box with where I'm showing you right now, that shows that they won that match. How many matches they won. This one is how many matches they lost. And this one's how many matches that became a draw for them. And then that adds up all their points, basically. And then right here for this column, that's where they add up how many points they earned throughout the match. And this column right here, they add up how many points that the opponent scored against them. They divide that score and they put that as their score, their difference, basically. Even though the top 4 people did not get into draws or anything, like for example, first place, they won on 9 of their matches. There is one tie match right here, so someone got 2 points, basically. That was the 3rd place person. Oh, let me zoom back a little bit. See right here, they already got to place this one to first. First place, again, they won all their matches, so they got all 27 points. Second place, they won 6, lost 3, so they got 26 points. Basically, yeah, 26. Then, let's see, no, 21, my bad. Then 3rd place, they won 5 matches, lost 3 matches, and they tied, and that got them 20 points. In the 4th place, they won 5, lost 4, so they're at 19. And how they broke the tie, basically, even though all of them are at 17 points right here, they won 4 matches, lost 5 matches. They're all tied. But how they did it was to take the score and divide to how many points they lost against their opponent and how many points they won, and that's the difference. So 5th place right here, 24 points. They had more points against who they lost their opponents. 6th place, negative 17, because the opponents got more score on them, 98-81. And also 7th place right here, negative 117. The opponent scored more points on them, basically. So yeah, this is kind of interesting format, basically. Even though round robins are time-taking, but yeah. Anyways, so as you see right here, the top 4 face off. 1st and 4th. First place won 2 games match. And this is 3rd seed, and this is 2nd seed. The 3rd seed won in best out of 3, and then the 3rd and the 1st seed face off in best out of 5. And the 3rd seed won 3 out of 2 games. I'm not able to translate the matches, but congrats to all who entered. Congrats to the winner, who was the 3rd seed, basically. And as well the other contestants that were there. This is a pretty interesting tournament. They're going to do another one for rookies, and I'll go more in depth to the next weekly roundup. But thanks for watching this one. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video as it goes on. Tableturf battle open. 16 people entered, 1 missed out, and I entered. Dope. How did I do? Let's see. We're about to find out. Wrong bracket. So yeah, they did a Swiss round, 4 rounds basically. And round 1, lost to 90. Well, I lost to 90. While for everyone else, Double Cookie, Hawkins, Havoc, Potato, LaJoven, and getting a bye. So that's first round. Second round, I got a bye. Yeah, bittersweet about that. Then everyone else on the right hand side with LaJoven all the way down to Rose and Levi on the left, getting the win. Then third round, Cly, Gyro getting a bye, and Clappy and Potato on the left, from Andy all the way down to me, Drew Double Cookie getting third, getting the win. And last but not least, the final round, which has me, Cookies, Cheetos, Chase, LaJoven, 90, Rose Dragon, Hawkins, and Beanie getting the bye. So these are the final results, and from what they did, they took the top 8 people and put them in their own brackets. Funny story, Levi had a jip because he had to deal with other stuff, basically. So Hawkins took the 19th Hawkins took the spot basically. They kind of rated off 1% from what I can tell from this. So, and let's see, let's show the top 8 brackets. Alrighty, so ignoring this parts, let's see. Hawkins was able to beat Double Cookie, the first seed, out early. Single elimination, just as a heads up. Then me and 90 got to run back. Best out of 3. Yeah, I tried, but not bad from him, so GG's. Potato was able to beat Calliope 2-0, and LaJoven was able to beat Andy 2-0. Which brings our semifinals, which is both going to best out of 3, with 90 and LaJoven winning, sending Dr. Potato and Hawkins to losers, well, 3rd place, the fight for 3rd place. And from what we tell from the results, 3-1 from 90 and 3-0 from Potato. Congrats for Potato for getting 4th, 3rd, Hawkins for getting 4th, congrats to them. And congrats for LaJoven for getting 2nd, and 90 as well for getting 1st place. So they won so basically they won 2 events from the Tableturf Open, well, Tableturf Battle Open basically, which was Baby Jelly Cup last week. So yeah, they're pretty good players, so congrats to them, congrats to everyone who entered, congrats to me for trying this week. So yeah, honestly, not bad. Off to the next one, which is, I got this one translated. This is the Pika Pika Cup Volume 2 S Deck Tournament. S Starter Deck Tournament. Oh yeah, this is one of the 2 starter decks were happening this week as well. Last week I told you there was one, and we have another one. And as you can see, double elimination. We had like 8 participants for this one, shown right here. And then out of those 8, we got our winner basically. So here we go. Here's the bracket. A lot of names. Only one I can translate, which is Kazu. But fortunately for me, I got the rest. I got the top 4 translated right here. So I got the names for you. And then all in all, it's pretty interesting. I took a glance of it and see how it is, and like, yeah, not bad. Like, lads, like, I don't mind starter deck tournaments. Like, they're pretty good, and I don't know, kind of balanced here, kind of balancing because you're kind of playing the same playing field. So just a guessing game, kind of, more or less. No matter, all right. So here we are. We got the first place, which is Genji. This person right here, they got first. Second place, which is Benny-san, familiar name. And then third place, we have Curry Seal right here. Another familiar name. And I translated fourth place for the heck of it. And they are called Here. Interesting name. No matter what, this was an interesting event. Glad it happened. Pika Pika Cup, named after one of the players, Pika Pika. They kind of play Tableturf a lot. And pretty good. So if you're gonna have a tournament, why not make a name on? Why not name it after yourself? So congrats to all who entered, and yeah, I can't wait for the next Pika Pika Cup Volume 3 whenever that happens. Alright, Duel On number 6. This was pretty interesting, to say the least, even though they've done 6. Spoiler alert, there's a new winner. After 6 Duel Ons already, there's no repeating champs. And let's just go over this bracket. So, on the left-hand upper side where I'm at, Levi taking the lead all the way to grand finals. And some familiar faces getting out, which is Pinion, one of the former champs. And Dr. Potato losing to Levi himself. And also former champ of Joven losing to the player N from our previous tournaments, 3-2. This is pretty ironic. Alright, long story short. So, right here, Doma, they were the winner from the German events. They lost to Lejoven, but the runner-up was able to beat Lejoven himself, so pretty interesting. And Double Cookies losing also to N as well, 2-3. And former champs. So N has like a pretty good run here, beating 2 former champions. And let's check out this loser bracket. Andy getting sent to losers pretty early, making a good streak up until semi-finals, losing to Dr. Potato. And let's see, Lean.com having a small streak there until losing to Pinion, and Pinion making it all the way to top 4, losing to Dr. Potato. Other than that, like, pretty early exits from DBL Cookie and also Proton Jet, and as well as some other people. So Dr. Potato losing to Levi, losing the run back once again. So N and Levi running back one more time, and same score again, 3-2 to N basically. So congrats for N. This was their first Duel On ever entering basically, and they won first. And from what I heard, they didn't enter that many tournaments. They only entered like, this is what their third tournament ever entering in Splatoon. And from what I heard, they're like level 37 Splatoon, which is pretty impressive. So honestly, like, all went well for them. So congrats for them for winning the whole event, as well as congrats for everyone else who entered. And yeah, will we have a new Duel On winner? We'll find out. So yeah, last but not least, SLABTOWN number 3, get on the grid. It's just a starter deck invitational tournament only, basically. So 10 people entered. I did mention this earlier, and yep, from what I can tell, no server maintenance this time, so what a relief. And with the 10 people that entered, here's the bracket, which is a double elimination. And one of the champs from the first one, Adrian, making it all the way to grand finals as well. And Jasmine making a good run until losing to Arbark as well. So, which leads to our losers bracket right now. Happy Cat making a great run all the way to losing to Arbark, which is pretty interesting. They lost to Jasper. So, did they get to run? No, they didn't. Basically, so Static also making their own run themselves, losing to Happy Cat. So this is pretty impressive showing from both of them, as well as anyone else who entered. So congrats for them. And Aardvark making it to Grand Finals, facing Adrian once more time. Getting the 2-0 from Adrian, making a bracket reset, and beating them in the best out of 3. So congrats for Aardvark for getting first, Andy for second, as well as Happy Cat for third, and all that entered in this tournament, especially using the starter deck. Yeah, I think starter deck, well, I don't know. It's going to be more time, but like I guess people are just playing other decks, so I don't mind more starter decks happening or any wacky events happening, or I'm glad watching them from a distance, so yeah. I'm glad to see more events, and I'm willing to talk about it as you can tell. So again, thanks for watching the video, and thanks so much for liking the video as well. There'll be more events next week, you can count on that. And if I didn't say this once, I'll say this again. Check the description, there's a link to a guide where I keep checking each server, each event, as well as there's videos if they possibly have it. So other than that, again, thank you. And until next week, I am just Nathan, and this is the Tableturf Network. Take it easy.